Okay. Start
Wait. Oh,
recording.
that
Check,
makes me
check.
uncomfortable.
Working. Um, sorry, Julia.
It
Didn't know
irritates
we were
me.
going to be like doing time bending 2 times in a row. This one's not too bad, but
No.
a little hard to follow sometimes. Um, this book is pretty weird. I don't really know how I feel about it yet. For me, it's like either there's no way it's like going to be like in the middle. I'm either going to hate it by the end, or I'm going to like think it's like really good. Because I'm kind of split brained. I like a lot of the things that it does. I like the lore. I like the concept that it's going with, I guess. But then like I don't know why we have to have this like dystopian oppressive fascist government going on along with like knights killing each other. Weird combo,
Yeah.
very very weird combo, and I think speaks to the fact that this, it's like you can't pretend that this book doesn't have like a modern agenda, but at the same time it's not like so slapped on just like haphazardly and kind of stupidly like we would like make fun of other books. At least like some of the concepts are like pretty well like fleshed and thought out. Like a lot of them I was like just immediately I was like, okay, here we go again. Like even just like Una.
Una.
Just her
Una.
being like a knight, but I mean like she sounds like huge and buff and probably could like beat the shit out of me. And so fine. Do you know what I'm saying? At least it's like, because that's what you'd need to be to like beat other grown men that are holding swords. Like frankly, you know what I mean? Like that's just, so they it's like being explained right, but at the same time I'm like I don't. Man, there's so many things like that. Um, oh, I almost forgot about this. The thing where he's being like, I was only reading. Did anyone read? I was only audiobooking. Did you
No.
read?
Hmm.
Okay. How about that like audio tinkle where like he gets like mind controlled? You guys were catching that, right? You guys
You
didn't
have
hear
to
that?
point it out specifically. What was
Um
Yeah.
like?
so there was times where he would be like the guy, I forget what his name is right now. He's like on like a flow, he's
Owen.
like talking about something. Owen, okay. And then there would be this sort of like just this sound that sounds like some kind of spell is being casted, and then he starts talking about something completely unrelated, like he just got brainwashed. You guys didn't catch that? It happened probably like 4 times. No.
No, you'd have to point it
No.
out specifically. I haven't
Hmm.
catch that. I haven't caught
Okay.
that at
If it
all.
happens again,
Yeah.
I'll point out like track and number, because there's no way I'm gonna go back. But I guess I don't even know. So that's really interesting. That made me. I don't. I actually I don't know how it makes me feel, but it could be cool. um. Um. It's pretty complicated, maybe too complicated for its own good, but as time goes on, it's explaining the complications, and I guess I'm like liking that, I guess. Um I liked the perspective change hearing Una's side of the story, except like I don't buy that she's like in love with this guy so quickly, but at the same time, I think it's like so ridiculous and bombastic that like I think I'm hoping that we're almost not supposed to buy it, and there's like a reason behind why she kind of like already felt this way about this guy. Maybe they'll explain through like the time stuff, because it already seems like there's this like groundhog day aspect to this where things are like happening over and over, and I don't even think we're like on the first run here from what I can tell. uh yeah. um Another thing that's weird is like if you just kind of like look at their relationship, like clearly like she's the dude and like he's the girl. That makes me uncomfortable and just makes me like think, or like I don't know, like I like there's like so many like weird aspects to this, but they're not just so lazily slopped in like in other books where I'm just like, this is like stupid. This, they're at least like thought out, but at the same time I'm like, is anybody asking for this? Like I don't know who this audience is that would be like stoked about all of these individual things, just like saying like, yeah, I'm a large woman that can kick dudes' asses. I'm so glad I'm getting represented finally. Um, Let me see. What do I think about like the characters? Characters are just kind of like whatever. I think Una's narrator is quite good. For something about her, I just think is like fantastic. I'd love to hear her more. But Una herself, do I like her that much? I don't know. I just kind of like people that are just sort of like mean and direct and can't be bothered. I guess I like that about her, but otherwise, like I don't like her that much. I think another thing that's odd is with everything that's going down and like Una just died or Dot died or whatever. Like it's weird that we're like in the middle of the book. Like this feels with the kind of stuff that's happening. This feels like it ought to have been like a shorter book, and we're like almost to the end. But that's like clearly not true. There's like a whole lot to come. I don't even know what that would all be. Uh, yeah. If I had to guess, I'm going to end up not really liking this book, but I don't think it'll just be in the middle. I could see like some weird path where I end up like kind of digging it because like a lot of the aspects of it I think are cool. This kind of fusion of old times fantasy and like new dystopian cyberpunky. I like that stuff, but what a weird what a weird combo that I don't know if anyone's asking for. Did I miss anything? Uh, I think. Oh, did you guys even catch like when he first traveled through time that it was like the knife that was doing it? I didn't even like understand it until it happened the
Yeah.
second time. That was kind of cool. That just I mean I'm obviously I caught that she stabbed him in the in the hand, but to me it
Yeah.
was just
So
so
here we
damn
go.
weird that I was like, okay, I thought she was just a psychopath. I wasn't thinking that like, oh, the knife is magical. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know to think yet. I'm probably gonna not liking this, but I have no idea what I'm gonna rate it yet. I'm confused. I think that's it for me.
Who's next?
You would be next.
You are.
Thank goodness, because guess what, guys? Or Darren specifically, it's fresh in our minds. I have lots to say. Thank you very much. Anyways, so
Oh, nice.
I I don't know if I'm like in a reading slump, and I know some people say like they're in a reading slump because like they just don't read or like you know what a reading slump is. But now you know what I'm talking about, Darren. You probably know what I'm talking about too. I don't know if I'm in a reading slump or I'm just not enjoying any of the books that we've been reading lately. I don't know what it is because I really don't care about this fucking book again. Like it's giving me the
Mm.
same thing where it's just like, okay, we're halfway through, and while it's interesting, there's just like so much that is left to kind of know that it's just kind of confusing, and maybe it's because it's confusing, and that's why I don't like it. Like the whole VN thing. Right? I'm like, okay, well, what's the purpose? If he's writing the story and they've been through this like multiple times, what is she trying to accomplish? Right? And maybe one of you can clarify that for me. But I was like, if it's the exact same thing every single time, and the only other possible outcome is that Owen doesn't let her get shot by the archers, she just like goes into the banquet hall, but she still ends up dying every single time, and he writes a story exactly as it is. What is the point of him doing it? Like, what? Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm confused about. I was just like, well, if nothing's changing and it's the same exact outcome every time, it's not like you're trying to rewrite the past and change the future. What's the point? And again, maybe I fucking missed it. Okay, I don't know because I'm just like, okay, obviously, like she becomes a friend, like the prime minister of war, like every single time. His dad's still drunk, and he still goes to like the protest or whatever. So like none of these like pivotal or like really important plot points change. So I'm just like so confused, and I'm really hoping that one of you guys knows so that I like the pieces fall together for me because they're not right now. Second to that, it's just like a tale's old as time, right? I feel you in my bones, I feel you in my soul. But like, how many fucking times are we doing this? How many times did he rewrite it? And they still don't know much. Like, why all of a sudden is it this time? I don't know. There's just like so much. I'm just like, okay, like that's cool. Like, oh, sure, like fine, whatever. I'm just like over the time jump, I guess. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because, and this is entirely my fault. When I first started listening to the audio, um, it was an excerpt from Owen's book, and it was talking like, "Oh, I was by your side, this, and that." I was thinking like a fucking magical animal or a scroll. Okay, it's Owen. What? I don't know. And then like, I just, I just, there's just so many things that I'm not in love with for me to be like, yeah, I really enjoy it. Like I know it's a love story, but up until like literally like the last chapter before Una, like I didn't really get love story. Like I didn't get love story at all. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like Not even a little bit, like, yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying, like, if we're doing the same thing over and over again, and we've done the same thing over and over again, is it just like a loop? Like, is it supposed to like, what is I don't know. So I just want one of you guys to clarify that for me so that maybe I have a better understanding of the book. Overall, it's just it's going. It's okay. I do like see, like, I like historical fiction in this era. I don't like historical fiction in like the 19 whatevers. Like, I want to go medieval. Is that historical fiction?
Yeah, why
To
not?
me, medieval times was
Uh,
historical. So like, so I really enjoy that part of it, and like the vote, like the dialogue and like the words that are being used because I enjoy like medieval time like stuff. So like I find that very interesting, and like her armor and the horse and the way they're fighting and stuff like that. Um, and how he's a bard. I thought that was really funny too. She's like, oh, he's a bard. And I also am confused about how Una looks. Like, is it just a big bitch? I'm confused.
I think
I
so,
don't know.
or
I
am
guess
I just making that up? I thought that they said that.
I don't know. And then like I'm also confused too because I'm like, okay, so Vienne wasn't always Una's master, right? Like originally it was the actual queen, or was it always Vienne? No, Vienne did explain that she got sent one time and it was original, and then she just like took her place from that. But then that's confusing to me. That's confusing me because it's Vienne now, and we're time traveling. Is a Vienne then too? And it is because you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, so like all of these people that are still in that timeline, is it Vienne? You guys, I don't. I just again, it's like with space and time travel with me. I can't think about it. I'm sorry. I'm ending it here. Does nobody? I don't think people think about time travel the same way I do, and that's the issue. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. I don't know how much I can clarify your confusion. Maybe Manel can, but I think we're supposed to be pretty confused right now still.
I feel the same way too. I think we're supposed to be like, what even is happening? Because like, what's the point of him going back if he's just recording the same story that people in the present time know about? Like, what's the point? Like, is he trying to find some sort of hidden aspect of a story that could unravel everything and then like help Vian in the present? Like, I don't understand why he's going back. Like, I don't know, but I think that's the whole point that we're not supposed to know at this point, and maybe towards the end, we're like, oh, so that's what happened, and that makes sense. I still don't see it. I can't see an end point to this. Like, what exactly is he trying to do? I don't buy the love story. I get that there's somewhat of an attraction going on,
Mm.
but this uh, Una seems to be attracted to anything or anyone, so I don't know. I don't buy their love story. It feels weird almost. And it was almost kind of like insta love. I checked that it could be insta love because it's a loop. And like at one point he did fall in love, and now like every time he revisits that, it's like,
And also because
yeah,
he's
okay,
been obsessed with her his whole life. So that makes
true.
that like his side. If anything, him liking her makes more sense than most books to me.
Yes,
Because usually when the guy is insta loving the girl, as a guy, I'm like, well,
yeah,
that's not true. But I just don't say it very much. But this time, if you're
yeah,
obsessed with someone for like 30 years and you meet her, that I can see. But Una,
yeah.
not at all. I don't even
Not at
remotely
all.
buy it.
No,
Not even close.
no.
And if they're
Yeah,
starting from the exact same point every single time, and it's the exact same story because we got it from Una and Owen, like I just don't get it. Like how do they remember their love? And I'm like, oh, my soul feels for you, but she dies the exact same moment in time. So I'm assuming I'm not gonna take over. I'll pin this after you, Manila. I'm sorry.
yeah, like Dan said, the first half felt very long, and that I guess is because we kind of got the same story told from two perspectives, right? And it was like a repeat of the whole thing. So I'm like, ah, okay, we didn't go through this before, but that's cool. We got it from her version. I can't picture her either because like the narrator is doing such a good job, but she has such a sweet, angelic voice. I can't picture her with like Una because she's like in my head
That's
kind
true.
of looks like
Yeah.
Brienne of Tart
Brienne of
from
Tarth,
Game of
100%.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why when
What
I'm
the
when I'm
fuck is
describing her,
Brienne of
it's because I've
Tarth?
already decided what she looks like. Game of Thrones, the live action version. There's just this super tall chick that's like she could kick anyone's ass.
Yes.
That's what
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
I
seen her.
assume she looks like.
She was in Wednesday. She was the
Yep,
headmaster.
yep,
Yeah,
yep,
that's
yep,
the
yep.
kind of bitch I'm imagining. That's exactly. And I
Yeah.
am. I don't want to take over again, but like I imagine as Owen as like a little silly, like skinny, scrawny court
Right,
jester. And
right.
like, okay, yeah, throw him around,
Yeah.
girl. Anyways,
That's exactly what I'm picturing. You get this big buff lady dude, and then there's this tiny little scrawny guy with like a satchel and his pens on one arm. Okay,
like Norbit and Rasputia.
good for you. Um,
Good.
I don't know. I think like my favorite character is Ansel. Like at least that dude has ambition and he knows what's up.
He is
Uh,
interesting. That is true.
yeah.
My
I don't
favorite
know.
character is Hen. I'm so serious. That horse is actually like more interesting than all of them.
I'm guessing the point of him going back to the same point and ending with her death is to find something there. But I just can't figure out what. Like, is it the queen? Is she the sus character? Like, I can't. I really don't know. I need to. This is one of those books where you need to like read the whole thing to see it clearly. And I
Get
just
it.
I found out today that this same author is the one who wrote that Thousand Doors of January or whatever, and that was a weird book too.
Oh
So
yeah, I
Have
knew
you
that
yeah,
I
read
had
it?
known her name, and
You
that
read
was
it?
so far ago that it must have been before I was doing the audiobook thing. Because like I didn't have her in the library yet. I was like, but I know we've
yeah,
read her before. Okay, got it.
yeah.
What did
So
she do? 1,000 what?
Doors of January. It's like when we just started the book club. It was like
Yeah,
one
that
of
was
the
a
first
long,
few
long
books
time
that
ago.
we read. So I was like, oh yeah, that
That
was a
was
weird
also
book, and
spacey
this
and
is a weird.
trippy. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I need to finish the book to like grasp what's happening. But so far, I'm kind of lost, and the characters are like to me just I just like those.
Okay,
But I will
you
say though, the lore is cool. Like,
hundred
um,
percent, 100%.
yeah, that's
If
100%.
anything, the thing that I keep thinking of is like, geez, I wish this lore was being used for like something that I like just flat out liked instead of this
Yeah.
weird, because the lore itself is I'm super into it. I dig it.
Okay. Way too spicy. Ooh. I want to read. Um,
What?
can I pull out my pen?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
I think
Permission
we're
to
good.
speak, sir. I guys, I'm not even joking. There's a time loop of goddamn fucking Amazon drivers in my neighborhood. Like, why? Okay, anyways. So like my thing was like, it's like, okay, well maybe no. And then I thought through it and I was like, okay, well maybe the point is they've done it so many times that they want to rewrite it so that they both live and they're trying to remember that every single time and that's going to be the end of the book because they finally found a way to do it. But then like why that's the only way that would make sense to me. Does that like but that's very much like what other ending would be if it were to make some sort of sense. Somebody whiteboard this out. Do you
So
know what I'm talking about? Like
you're saying the goal is to change the story itself until it's the right version that someone wants.
until they both yes, until they're both like in the same timeline. Like either Owen lives over like Owen doesn't die and he lives over there and he gets to be with her. And that happens at some point in time, right? Because he's like, I'm back to you, honey. So they're together now in some sort of timeline, right? Unless
Oh,
he left the book,
Oh,
but the books blink every single time. And then that theory kind of made sense until I was like, well, what the fuck the point is Vienne? Because Vienne said we're both here to serve a purpose. So like that would have kind of made sense, except for Vienne. Now, unless Vienne's just like the fucking villain in every single story, and they had to like best Vienne.
hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know. I could see that. I've had my own thoughts of like I don't really know. I'm picturing it somehow reinforcing like the dictatorship in the future and like why it's like that in the future. Because if they don't do that, I'm like I don't even know why it's so dystopian and like creepy in the future because it doesn't really serve a purpose. But so I really don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Okay, and then my last thought was, I know this is like all made up, anyways, like in a fake whatever. But if we could triangulate a country, which obviously this is again all fantasy, if we had a better understanding of like that era and like what wars happened like then, maybe like did any war happen and where is he at that moment in time that like could parallel it? Like maybe in
Okay,
England of
you're
some
trying to put
sort?
this like in actual like our
Yeah.
world and it's sometime in the past and
Yeah, like Normandy, like this, the
hmm.
like the of Normandy over there or whatever. Like maybe, but like it's all. And then I just realized it was all made up. So like I'm working through these theories with you guys in real time, and that's how my brain works. So so I just debunked every one of my own theories. So yeah, I don't know. But that was like my other thing. I was just like, okay, well, I know it's fantasy, but like if we could maybe like the redcoats is a real thing. So like maybe whatever war happened back then, like we would understand the point of like why this is happening is what like
Hmm.
that thought process was.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
Well, and then you know what? No, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm okay. Millennials is coming to me. I am absolutely correct because the prime minister is only like a British thing when it comes to war. So they would have to be in England. Owen's
Fair.
timeline is in England, like current in England, which was the hinterlands and whatever. So that could be there could be parallels between wars and like the political climate at that time and the
Yeah.
book.
And I
Like
think also
so.
too, and I'm not valid for doing this, but I had made an assumption that this was England just because of things like V for Vendetta, and that's not the only one. But
Yeah.
like the idea that England is going to turn into this fascist dictatorship one day is like a fairly common trope that I've seen a lot. And so I think I just knew it was Britain, but there hasn't really been that many things that would like guarantee that besides people having like English accents, but that doesn't really mean anything. So yeah, I don't even know if that's true. But yeah, prime minister, unless this is just not even on
Yeah.
Earth, which it could just not even supposed to be here at all. We're not even supposed to see any
I don't
parallels
think it's like
whatsoever.
the cyberpunk that like you guys are talking about, like dystopia. I don't feel that.
Just
Maybe to me it's just like medieval dystopia. Like I
no,
just
no, no.
don't feel like,
The future
and maybe
part,
I'm not getting that. Oh, okay, okay, okay,
because
okay.
the future to me is clearly like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years in the future, right? Like it's
Eight
got to be.
hundred.
Oh, did they say 800?
It was 800. Yeah.
Whoa, dang. Well, that lines up even more with the cyberpunk. Interesting. Yeah, I don't
Don't
even
ask
know.
me where I pulled that from, but there is a mention of
As long
the
as it's
years,
not
and I'm
from your
pretty sure it's
ass, then I
like
believe
six
you.
to 800.
Crazy, crazy.
I mean, I could have pulled it
Uh,
out of my ass. Let's be honest.
I valid. Yeah, I with all the threads going everywhere. If she if she impresses me and like somehow makes them tie together into something that's interesting, and that aha moment is actually good, I will like this book a fair amount because I think that that would be like a hard feat to do because it's just so it seems so unfathomable right now. But like I said, I don't think it's going to happen, and I think I'm going to end up not liking it. But if she tied it up, I think it would be pretty cool.
Okay, we all generally feel the same. So I was gonna say maybe, and so okay, we all generally can tell. I feel like personally, us as readers can catch like foreshadowing and like small hints of like what's to come way quicker than other readers, or like we interpret it a little bit differently and we're like quicker to connect the dots like towards an ending of a story. And this is also going to make no sense, so I'm wondering if like we're not liking the book because it's done so well that we just can't fucking figure it out and we're like, yeah, no, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're not catching it enough for us to like ahead of
It
time to be like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just like throwing us off so bad, we're just like, no, fuck it.
No, no, you're right. But
Does that make sense? Do you guys
for
That
me, like
makes sense.
if it's not making sense, why I'm like bagging on so many things, and yet I'm saying out loud at the same time that I could see this being like a 4 or 5 star for me. It's because I love it when a book does that to me because I hate the feeling of predicting. That's why I don't watch the stupid movie trailers. Like that's my whole thing is I hate
Yeah.
that feeling. So like so but my understanding is that a lot of people kind of like to know a little bit more and it makes them feel better. I don't really know, but I when a book does this to me, that I dig the fact that I have no
Hmm.
idea what the hell is going on. But I think we don't know what the hell's going on because she has no plan. That's my if I had to guess. But if there's somehow some huge plan, I'm gonna be like, okay, okay, I see you. That was cool, but long shot, long shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, that was like my harebrained thought for today.
I also
I don't know.
slightly suspect, or I wonder, because we're also of course seeing this like weird, unlike how it is for us here, this weird like in the future there's zero tolerance for like woke things, but apparently in the past in this world it was like way more woke, right? There's like this kind of like inversion. I kind of wonder if all of this has to do with any of that, and I will be supremely disappointed if it does. But it could just be that the author's just going like, "Look, this is
Yeah.
how the world should be." Yay, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, Brienne did have Brienne of Tarth. What am I saying? Una did have two dads, and I don't think there's any purpose to that. So it's probably just there for that for its sake. But there's something interesting going on with the fact that there's like zero tolerance in the future, to the point where even he himself thought things were weird. They didn't do that thing where when he was in the past and he was seeing like the more woke stuff happening, or liberal stuff happening, whatever you want to call it, where he was like, "Oh yeah, this is how it should be." He was kind of weirded out by it because it's just not that way in the present day, which I sort of like appreciate, because that's what a person would do. They would be weirded out if it all of a sudden just happened to him. So I don't know, but it could. I something some I suspect that that's going to have something to do with the actual
Can
like
you
meat and bones of
can
the
you
story, but I don't know.
clarify? Can you clarify what you're
Hmm.
talking about when you say when there's like no what you call it? What did you, literally what you just said? There's no tolerance for things because I didn't get that in
In the
the
future?
like where Owen is right now.
No, it's
Yeah,
only
I
it's
didn't get
only
that.
well, it's possible
Or
you
no,
didn't
like
get
Owen's
that.
current timeline.
And Owen, well, because Owen right now is currently in the future, right? That's where we left off, or did he already go back or something? I can't even remember
Yeah, but he
exactly.
did the exact same thing over again. Yeah, 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 yeah. But the conversation was a little bit different. Oh my god, I wanted to bring that up too. I'm so sorry. That's what I wanted to bring up. This is a long discussion. I'm so sorry. But it
It's all right.
also just like did not make sense to me. It didn't like I can understand like every single time he goes back and he does it over, and there's gonna be like, there's gonna be small differences. Okay, fine, whatever. But like it made no sense to me that and maybe this is more about like me being a villain than anything else. But like if I was Viven and I knew we were gonna fucking go do the same old song and dance, I would have not even had a conversation with him. I would just stabbed him in the fucking hand the minute he got in that door. Like we've been here before. Bank, like go back. Why am I gonna sit here and have like a long conversation with you before I stab you in the hand and you have to go back?
Because, well, yeah, I see what you mean. Because yeah, they do both kind of have a sense that they're in the time loop. So yeah, why are they
Yeah.
just going along with it? That's fair.
Yeah.
She even like
Like she
said
almost
stuff
let
to
him
that
walk
effect.
away,
Yeah,
and it
that's
wasn't until
fair.
he asked questions and in his dialogue or in his monologue or whatever he said he felt like he was asking more questions this time. So if he wouldn't have asked the questions and he would have just walked away, she would have stamped him. Do you see what I'm saying? So she had to anticipate that and at some point in time, or like, do you see what I'm saying?
But at the same
Am I
time,
thinking it?
like if she does have any kind of a vague sense of whatever the heck is going on, it's not crystal enough to where like she didn't like know she was gonna die. She only just had like a sense of it. She didn't know what was gonna
Okay, so
happen. She
that's what
didn't
makes no
know.
sense to me too. Okay, sorry. Now and it's all coming back to me. And again, maybe I'm so sorry. I'm taking up so much time. But like the then thing also throws me off too because she knows she's sending him back every single time. She's
And
like, "Oh, we've done this before. This is the first time this happened. And this time he's like, yes, it's empty. It's always gonna be empty." So like, I'm so fucking confused. Like,
yeah.
are Owen and Viven really? Is it Viven resetting every time Owen like? Do you see? Like, I cannot. I can't. I
So
can't
what
because
I'm
if Owen's doing a loop and Viven's doing a loop, so there's two simultaneous loops that are exact same loop every single time. Because if it
dang,
was just Owen's loop, she would forget every single time.
you're getting deep into the multiverse. I appreciate you right now.
But like, do you get what I'm saying?
Parallel loops. Yeah, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is like how does she I think where I randomly picked for us to stop was probably like a good weird place to stop, because I want to see if afterwards she like stabs him again and that's what resets it. Cuz to me, this is not the first time he's been stabbed. This is not the first time this loop has happened, because there's like a sense that it's already happening. But why in his future tense is this the first time it's happened to him? Like, is his first time he gets stabbed always the first time? There is no second time, and it's just a loop that can't break out of itself, or like I don't even know because you'd
Because
think he
who's
would
controlling
be
his
just
fucking
getting
loop? Is it him or is it Vivan?
Yeah.
Who's controlling
but if
the
there's
loop?
only one stab, how can she be controlling anything? Like, you can only, like, you know what I mean? Like, she'd have to send him back with
Because the
another
stabbing
stab.
action has to happen. Exactly. So she's controlling the loop.
Right, but only once, seemingly. Do you know what I'm saying?
That first time? No. See, I don't. And this is why I don't like time
Unless
novels.
unless, of course, remember the magical ding sound that maybe I'm smoking pot and never actually
Yeah.
happened. But what if he has been stabbed before? She is calling him back over and over, and she's just somehow making him forget. That would be interesting.
And so okay, so that's what I'm saying.
So this is
So
actually
then
like
what
his
if at the
1,000th
end
stab,
this
and
is
we just don't
all
know.
and this is all Vivan? What
Sure.
because to me the only okay, so Alex, no. Owen and Una, that's their thing, right? This book is about them. We're hearing it through their perspective. Okay, whatever. In the end, they become a love story. What if it's Viven's story and they're just like in it and she accomplishes what she wants because she's in control and they like Una and him are just puppets? Like, what if
Yeah,
Viven
but
doesn't
then
want to be
but
prime
then but
minister? What
then
if
with
she
all
wants
of
to be?
this,
But in the
like still to what
future,
end?
the no, see,
There's no like
it doesn't make sense to me.
we still don't know enough.
No,
Telling you, the fact
I'm
that
just gonna
we're
finish the
even
book.
talking this much is, whenever this happens with a book, I think that's cool. Whatever
Yeah.
stars it gets, I think that's cool.
and I think maybe sorry, you guys again, me. Maybe I'm just like I don't know fucking time continuum rules. Okay, I'm just making them up from my own head, right? But everything I've ever seen is like you can't have two simultaneous loops because it just doesn't make sense. Like it can't
Sure,
happen.
sure,
Even when we're talking about the movie behind us, the book we just finished, like
yeah.
it reset for
That like pissed us
everybody,
off because they
and it
did that, and like
reset
that's like
him.
wrong. Yeah,
It reset
yeah.
him when his grandma did it, so it was her loop. She controlled that loop. So I'm like, who the fuck is controlling the loop? Where's my tinfoil? Let me go make a hat really quickly. All right, I'm done talking about this.
Okay. Oh, and just to answer your question, when they're in the future, this entire religion that is based off of Una doing all of this, it is a very intolerant religion. Like, they were like flat out talking about how that religion like doesn't isn't cool with all kinds of stuff. That
In the conversation with her,
it was more like when he was living his life before he went to her the first time. We didn't get that much of it because almost this entire book has been in the past. But that's why he's kind of like tripping out by the fact that like she has two dads. Like, he remarked on it that it was strange because in the future it's like not a thing. And they did establish that in the beginning, but it was pretty quick because he went in the past relatively fast. Like, I think it was like just like a couple of chapters.
okay, okay. See, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I was thinking back to him. Okay, and now I'm thinking, and you guys can cut me off at any time because clearly I could keep going. Okay, so now I'm thinking. Remember how he joined the war and we got his backstory? He's just like, I couldn't see for shit, but for whatever reason, I could fucking shoot. Is it because he's reliving it so many times? He's such a good sharpshooter.
That's interesting. Yeah. And I also don't really understand why he even said that. Like, I think that was like the third time she saved him. I was like, in my mind, I was like, what do you mean saved him? Like, I don't really. I guess he was just talking about his faith. But then when we actually met the woman, I was like, I don't understand what he meant by that. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
Anyways, I think we need to read
Anyways.
more.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off the recording by YouTube. Stay
Bye,
tuned
you.
for
Bye, YouTube.
another
Bye.
something.